Drake, of course, has Scorpion coming soon, and like this guy's been on a run. So between God's Plan and Nice for What, he was #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 15 weeks straight. Aubrey and the Three Amigos tour coming in July, a collab with Bad Bunny on the way. Heading into this new album, what's the temperature for Drake right now? I just feel like he can't lose at the moment.
Well, I'm gonna answer this question, and just right now as you're introducing it, I might have a take that you don't expect.
Okay, let's go.
The question really is this the biggest he's ever been? And I kind of think, no. I don't think this is the biggest he's ever been. I think we're seeing it manifest in the number ones, so we're like, oh, clearly it is, but streaming is set up for a nigga like Drake. I'm sorry to tell y'all. It's set up for Drake. Okay, Drake owns the streaming era. I honestly think after Take Care going up to Views, that's the biggest Drake has ever been. And of course, like, if
but then
we're just talking
after
about,
Views and how people received that album compared to the temperature now.
No, okay. And this is what I got to define what I mean the biggest Drake has ever been. Where people are fiending for music. And like on a mass scale, right? I felt like up to that Views album, people were fiending.
They was fiending for Views.
They were fiending, right? Even if they were let down, whatever. But they were fiending. Yeah. Now, Drake, I believe he's cashing in on just his catalog, the unique type of artist he is, like, and the fact that streaming keeps getting bigger and bigger. Yeah. Drake dropped Nice for What, a song that I don't really enjoy that much. Like, I love it for
it's
the
not
Lauryn.
For you.
You're right, but I love it for the Lauryn Hill sample.
Right.
That song is instantly #1. All right, let's even forget that song because that's a single.
Right, but
he's on a song with Lil Baby.
Right.
Yes, indeed. Drake had a 16. Usually does like 32. He'll be rapping for days.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a top 10 single. I could put money on it.
Right.
He's on Look Alive. That was a
That's
top,
his song.
Okay, but whatever. But it was number 2.
That's his song.
But you know how the record industry works. There's no money behind that record like a real Drake single.
Right.
So if Drake name is attached to anything and it's just flown to the top of the chart, it tells you, and you can see if you watch the Billboard Awards or if you just watch how he has dominated the charts.
Right.
Drake owns this new streaming era, and
but you don't think that he's anticipated as much as he's been before?
More than Views? Nah, man.
All right, but look, now,
Nah.
I think essentially he is because, okay, all that streaming shit is cool and all of that, but, all right, we not judging the music based by the numbers, right? Just purely based by the numbers.
Talking about the actual quality of the music,
the actual quality of the music, right? Now, I don't know if everybody agrees with me or not, but More Life is not one of my more favorite Drake albums. Like, it's not one of his better albums, right? Now, he has to outdo that shit. He has to, now, forget the numbers. We already know what the numbers is going to do. He's going to be #1. He's going to have 5 #1. He's going to do all of that shit.
Outdo that shit, man. That nigga made a
but I'm just saying, he better come
from that UK
But he has to
stuff.
come with some shit.
Yeah.
He has to come with some shit. Like, you can't just base what you think off of just purely numbers. We got to have some dope shit because people been falling. I ain't going to say they fell back off of him. I get what you're saying to an extent, but I feel like it's not pressure, but he has some shit where it's in his ear. Like,
I think there's a little pressure. I do think Views was a little disappointing. People didn't love More Life, although there's some joints. I feel like he's coming and he's trying to be consistent right now.
I think y'all be forgetting, man. After Take Care, that nigga was hitting feature after feature. Like, you know how we say, yo, Look Alive
was 7 years ago.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about in quality of music and people just wanting music and thinking that he's at his peak, right?
Yeah.
That was it. So when I think that's what I'm saying. We're hypnotized by the numbers now. He didn't have a #1 then. He never had a
I'm
number
not
one.
really hypnotized by the numbers, though. I just like the songs.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay.
The visuals for Nice for
What?
What songs? Name the songs that Drake has dropped so far that you're like, oh man, he's about to come back harder than he's.
No, I'm not. He hasn't. He's only dropped 2 songs, which is God's Plan.
Which you loved.
Yeah,
I love that.
Diplomatic Immunity. Yeah, like Diplomatic Immunity. There's a few joints, but I'm just saying, like, he has to come with some shit. He hasn't come with none of those 5 a.m. In the morning rapping joints. He has to come with that, and he can always rap and sing, but shit gotta go back to rap. No matter what, Drake knows he has to rap. Now you got Cole, who dropped his album. I'm pretty sure Kendrick is gonna drop some shit again rapping. He's gonna have to fucking rap, and he's gonna have to come with some shit. Stop what?
Drake can't compete with Cole. Cole bowed out of that race, man.
I'm not talking about competing with him in the. See, you always talking about numbers.
No, not even numbers.
What?
Like, I feel like Cole just went this way. You feel me? Like, Drake Drake, if we're just looking at
I'm talking about skill. I'm talking about skill.
Okay, so are you only talking about rapping? I'm talking about song making too. I'm talking about the entire thing.
I mean, song making is a good thing.
Cole hasn't done enough to keep up with someone like Drake or Kendrick.
I mean, but Cole, because
and we're gonna talk about his album later.
Cole is not a main, like he's not the mainstream, or he's not wearing jewelry or none of that shit, or popping up in clubs and none of that. What I'm talking about
I'm talking about music.
No, all right. So look, but you talking about the numbers of what he does. Fuck the numbers. Let's have a conversation about skill and rapping and okay, now song making.
The only way I could compare Cole and Drake at this point is just rapping. Song making, I ain't that impressed with Cole's song making recently, bro. And everybody called his last album trash. We're gonna get into it. I don't want to just
we ain't gonna get into it yet.
Into that now, but like I feel like Drake, he hits, and we always say, right, Drake hits all the parameters. Like you need a song for the chicks. Nice for what?
He's just also smart. So not even just the song, but then the visuals that go with it.
Yeah.
In the midst of the Me Too movement and shit, he's just kind of smart with the strategy. You gotta give him that.
Yeah. He's great at strategy.
Aubrey, you good, man.
He's great at strategy.
Aubrey just boxed out Chance, man. Chance was about to come with some stuff like that. Chance was reading Bible scriptures. He was about to come with that, and Drake just said, "No, nigga, this is mine."
No, that was great. I mean, that was great, but I do feel like there is a bit of like a chip on his shoulder. He always acts like he has a chip on his shoulder when he makes an album. But I do think this shit is going to be anticipated because at the same time he's dropping the same month as a Kanye and well, I won't even go put Nas in there because Nas is Nas. His fan base is going to go to him for what they go to him for. Yeah. They're not going to pit him against Drake. But it's a lot of music dropping next month, and he wants to reign that shit.
Yeah. Of course, he is competitive. But I'm going to ask you the question as I was trying to make the point.
Okay.
And just give an easy answer.
Yeah.
So do you believe that the anticipation, forget the numbers, for just the music from Drake that's about to come, Scorpion or whatever, stole my shit, Drake. Anyway, for the stuff that's about to come,
right,
is more than views?
No, I don't think it's more than views, but you gotta remember something. Views is what, 2 years ago, right? This shit is changing every 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like this shit is staying the same. Like, the way, even when you mention, not More Life, what is it? Take Care. It's like, I can't even mention Take Care in the same breath of what's going on today because everything was different at the time that he dropped Take Care. So now, because people was forgetting the last thing you did yesterday. They don't give a fuck. So, if we're basing it off of More Life, right? We basing it off of More Life, hell yeah, because it's not people's favorite album from him.
I think Drake, for me, the only thing that he is still proven, and the thing that I would believe is driving him is that if we're clocking your run should have been up. You should have been about Wash City right now.
And that's the thing, he's just so consistent and adaptable. Like when the Bad Bunny track drops,
he's the Hov of this generation. He is.
All right, hold on, but see, that's a conversation we can have at a whole different day. But like his run and where he's been a top artist for like literally
every year.
8 years. Like, so if he's gonna be the #1 hottest artist for 10 years straight, again, I've always said this about Jay. We don't have that. I know.
Yeah.
Jay was always top 3. You know what I mean?
Oh, top 3.
Top 3, top 5. Yeah. Was Jay the hottest artist since Blueprint? The first Blueprint came out all the way to like 10 years after.
Wait up. He dropped an album for 96, 97, 98, 99.
I'm not talking about being consistent.
No, now listen. Now he got the hottest guy at 98 is when he really became the guy.
Man, Jay the Spurs, man. Come on, man.
See, now you're
trying to take.
No. Hold up. You're not gonna do that shit. You're not gonna do that shit because you try to take. You know that's an analogy that I've made before about something else that we'll talk about later with the Spurs. You know, don't take my shit. Secondly, right? Don't take my shit. Secondly, you cannot call Jay the Spurs. You out of your mind because nobody likes to watch the Spurs play.
No, not in that way.
So what are you talking about?
What I mean is that.
The Bulls, not the Spurs.
No. What I mean is that.
What?
They're always good, but not all the time they get to the chip. Not all the time they win a chip, but they're always like the top 3 teams. You always got to mention the Spurs. Until now,
no, act you're fucking bugging.
Maybe we should never make basketball analogies.
Yeah, you can't keep doing this, bro.
No.
You can't keep doing this.
I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about in like entertainment factor.
You are talking about entertainment factor.
No, I'm talking about when we look at the top rappers.
Yeah.
I was just saying that the reason why it's hard to say Drake and Jay in terms of runs was Jay the number one. Name a year in the last 7 years that Drake wasn't undisputedly the number one. Undisputedly?
I'm not.
My bad. All right. Where he wasn't the number one artist. Name 1 year. Where you're like, yo, yeah, he was like number 3 or number 4. You can't.
All right, well, look.
And that's what I'm saying about Jay.
Wait. Because it's arguable because, all right, 2012, Kendrick dropped Good Kid, Mad City, and then Drake dropped, what was this shit with the sky next to him?
Nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same, and then Kendrick went on a nice run. That's why like, when you're gonna equate Drake to being anticipated for views, that's because Kendrick was on his ass. He dropped 3 albums in that, well, 2, right?
Man,
it was Pimp.
Stop
What?
There is no year that we would get, if we did a run
I
by
don't know,
run,
I'm just saying
year
you
by
got-
year run.
Yeah.
Only last year would we ever say that, man, that might have been Kendrick here. Come on, man. Yo, you came off Take Care. Niggas was the hottest thing on the
He's still
streets.
talking about Take Care.
Take
we
Care,
gotta
nigga, that
move
was
on.
2011. Are you kidding me?
Okay, but you mentioned Good Kid, Mad City. Okay,
Yeah.
then he drops Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing was the
right?
same, and then
Great
Kendrick
album.
drops To Pimp a Butterfly.
And come on, To Pimp a Butterfly was running the streets. Stop it.
The streets?
If,
No,
if
wait,
your
wait.
arenas is too
No,
late.
wait. Hold
Lit.
up. Don't say the streets.
Okay,
Because then
well,
you're
not the
fucking
street,
it up.
That's
No,
the street.
the
But
street.
what
You're
I mean
fucking
is
it
like
up. You're
the
fucking the package up when
energy.
you say stuff like that.
The energy.
The
Like,
energy. Yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly didn't have the Are you kidding me?
That had the
serious?
wave.
Yo, we can
To
argue
Pimp
about
a
Drake
Butterfly,
forever,
bro.
but we gotta
We
move
could.
on.
I
I would
think
say
three
though,
songs
the
on To
energy
Pimp a
was
Butterfly.
different
I don't
around
remember that.
views
You don't
and
remember?
more life.
We're not gonna talk about what
once.
you. Exactly, because look at the shit you listen to.
Yo, To Pimp a Butterfly, bro?
That wasn't a good album.
It was a classic album. However,
So what are you talking about?
However,
How you gonna say something was a classic album, but you saying I don't remember
He's trying
one
to say
song?
there were no like hits. It wasn't
Bro,
like radio.
it
It wasn't
wasn't
in the
the
club.
joint.
Because
That's what
he's
he's trying
talking
to
this
say.
number shit all the
No,
time.
it's not the number shit.
what is
It
it?
wasn't one of them joints like for example, his last album, those songs are actually staying in the culture, like you could hear it running the shit. To Pimp a Butterfly, no.
He had some anthems there for
King
like the
Kunta.
social justice movement. But yeah,
Right.
let's move on. We got a
We
lot
gonna
to
be
talk about
alright.
still.
I gotta
We got a
chill
lot.
out of that, man. I gotta get on
Well,
Instagram.
we'll
This
be here.
guy.
We can argue about Drake for the rest of the year if you want.